Hello, I'm Richard Ridge for BroadwayWorld. Audible continues their series at the Minetta Lane Theatre, this time starring Kate Mulgrew and Francesca Faridany in Lauren Gunderson's new play, The Half-Life of Marie Curie. Under the direction of Gaye Taylor Upchurch, it begins performances on November 12th, and we caught up with the company during a break in rehearsal.
This is a modernized version of what happened to Marie Curie several years after her husband Pierre had died, and she embarked on a love affair with a married man. And she was metaphorically and realistically saved by her friend, the great electromechanical engineer and scientist Hertha Ayrton, who was a British suffragist and scientist, and who came to France, plucked Marie in the depth of this awful thing, and took her to England, to a place she had on the coast. And they spent the summer. And both of them have recorded this. The letters are there. It's all evidence of not only the beginning of a great friendship, but the capacity of love that existed between them almost from the very, very beginning. Now, I read it a year ago, and I thought it was splendid then. And I sort of tracked it as the year passed, wondering what had happened to it, as you do when you sort of meet someone who's interesting and attractive to you. That's how I felt about the play. So when it came around again, I was quite excited, and I just finished 7 seasons on Orange is the New Black and a season of Mr. Mercedes, and I think that I have not exercised this muscle in a while, and I was eager to do it, and then to find Lauren Gunderson's wonderful play, Two-Hander, which is a gift to any actress. I was just delighted, which is what I am.
Let's talk about being back in the rehearsal room for a play. Like you said, it's using those muscles. There's nothing like this. I mean, you work on television and film, but the whole process is different.
Yeah, it's hard.
Yeah.
I was tired last week in a way that I haven't been in a while. I get very tired in television if I'm working 16, 17, 18 hours, but it's a very different beast. This is constant. And so you have to be really sort of, it's rigorous in a different way. You have to be at the ready all the time. And you're not exercising one muscle, but you're exercising several simultaneously. This not the least among them. So to understand the play, to endow it with meaning, to learn the lines, which are considerable in a two-hander, it's quite a challenge. So it's good.
You don't often get just two women on a stage hashing out a breakdown, basically, is what's happening. I mean, yes, they're both these extraordinary scientists. They're both widows. They're both mothers. They're incredibly smart women. And one of them is extremely famous, and the other one should have been as famous but wasn't. So you're getting to learn about this new woman. And there's this other extremely famous scientist. But really, once you've sort of got over that part, it's just this one woman who's at the worst moment in her entire life. She just cannot see the way through. She cannot see how to carry on. And you've got a friend who says, come on, come with me, literally have a cup of tea, let's go. What do you mean I can't walk? Well, no, come on, you can. I'm going to take you, and we're going to do this. And so it's like the getaway weekend for, with your girlfriend kind of thing, stretched out and not this century and all those things. But that's fundamentally what it is.
Yeah. Because you play Marie Curie, but the woman Marie Curie, not the scientist.
Yes, the woman, exactly. The woman, the mother, the widow, the lover, all of these very human things, all of that's totally relatable to by all of us. That she's not the scientist at this moment. She's dealing with the fact that how is she going to continue being a scientist? How is she going to continue doing the thing that she loves to do, because it stands to be taken away from her at the moment. She can't see her way back in. I mean, she was extraordinary. And of course, I'm learning so many things that I didn't know.
Well, Lauren did an incredible thing, which was to find a little-known moment in Marie Curie's life and really explode it into a beautiful story about female friendships and their strength and their power, rather than speaking to a sugar-coated version of female friendships, which I feel like is all too often in storytelling. So I think there's a real truth that Lauren gets to that I don't often read. or get to see on stage. And so that was absolutely thrilling to me. And also meeting this character, Hertha Ayrton, who I'd never heard of before, who was extraordinary. And so getting to find an obscure piece of history that is actually quite moving, I'm all in. It's been a blast.
What's it like for you being in the rehearsal room with them? It's a two-hander.
Yes.
I mean, just the three of you working together.
It's been so much fun. These two women are, you cannot underestimate the power and the intellect and also the generosity of these two actresses. So we're laughing a lot in the rehearsal room, but we're also getting a whole lot done. And researching Marie Curie and Hertha Ayrton, we've all been reading biographies and articles and bringing in photographs. And so there's been a real collaborative spirit of trying to be faithful and true to these to these women that we want to honor and bring into the room and reconstruct them in here with us. And so that's been really thrilling. And these two actresses are extraordinary. Well, it's extraordinary that Audible has embarked on this mission of getting involved in theater, commissioning so many writers. They've put a lot of money into getting emerging writers to contribute plays, and now to be able to take a story and get it out into the world, and so it can be heard by so many more people than it's possible to actually get into a New York City theater. And so that, I grew up in Jackson, Mississippi, and it's thrilling to me that people that I know in Jackson will get to experience a play that I love, even if they can't come to New York to see it.